What's going on, guys? My name is Antonio, and welcome back to Rosineri Worldwide. Today's video is about talking or kind of a topic that a lot of people have been debating, especially like Milan fans, and that is what Milan needs to change if they want to compete in Europe again and be dominant in the Serie A. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Topic about what they need to do and upgrade or sell or buy. I don't know. So the first of all, we need a new owner or owners. Berlusconi isn't good enough. We can't use him anymore. We have seen that in the last couple of years. He doesn't really know what he's doing anymore. At least that's what my opinion on it is. We can't use him anymore as our owner. He can't put money in the club. You see, we spent like 90 million, was it something around that, the last transfer window, and we 20 million of that or something like that went to that shithead Bertolacci. So we need to, of course, get new investors. And after we get new investors, they need to find a manager. Not a manager like a legend of Milan, which we are not sure if actually going to succeed. Of course, some legends actually succeed, but they usually have time to gain experience, like using the Primavera or something like that. But Brocchi and Inzaghi both coached the Primavera before coming up, but they were not good enough, of course, because they didn't have enough experience at all. I think Inzaghi had 2 years with the Primavera or something like that. And Brocchi, of course, came in after Inzaghi. At least that's what I think. We need a good manager, like someone that turned Villarreal around. I don't remember his name right now, but he turned them around and made them a really good club, club fighting for the Europe from being a shit club that was about to just, I don't know, disappear or something. He turned them into a good club that fights for Europe and has good players, good young players. And after manager, we need to let him kind of decide what he needs. When it's a good manager, of course, not a bad manager, but a good manager like Unai Emery or Benitez if he wasn't at Newcastle, for example. We need to let them take control over what they need. You can't just say, okay, here and here, you get those players, this player and this player, use them and try to do something with them. We need to let him decide, okay, we need that and that and that in a player. We need a new creative midfielder force. Like we can't use Bertolacci and Montolivo as it. Of course, Bonaventura is quite creative, but you can't rely on one player to do everything. Kuchka also tries to be creative. He makes those random runs where he actually just fly past 3 defenders and do something. I remember Nigel de Jong didn't have creative, so that's kind of the problem with Nigel de Jong. He would have been so much better for the Milan if he didn't try to take the role as our creative player as well as the central defensive midfielder he was. Because Montolivo wasn't a creative midfielder at all, besides at his side, so he needed to take that role. So we need someone like Vilhena, Franco Vasquez, someone like that. Maybe Isco, we have been linked to him before. He isn't really ideal at Real Madrid. But we need somebody, and not just an old creative midfielder. We need a young one which we can build our team around. Like Isco, for example. If we get Isco, which I highly doubt we will, but who knows. If we get Isco, we can actually build a team around him, buy players around him that actually would work really well. He's a good creative midfielder. He doesn't have the best vision of them all. Some of them just sees a run without even seeming to look that direction. They just look one direction and knows that they're running there. But somebody young like that, we can develop him and a team around him, and not an old team as well around him. We need a younger team, but not too much youth. We need kind of a balance. We need the balance between youth and experience. And I'm not talking about youth like 18-year-olds or 70-year-olds from Primavera, because you can't mix 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and everything like that and just expect it to be a good team. You need younger players and players in their prime or about to hit their prime, and some experience, but not experience like Montolivo, who was good but isn't. We need some like, experience that actually is good yet and can be good for probably 2-3 years. After we get something like that in the midfield and around him, we actually need a really good creative striker, or somebody to partner up with Carlos Bacca if he stays. I really want him to stay because he's a good striker, but as we have seen this season, he can't create for himself. He's just absolutely shit when it comes to that. He needs somebody to create for him, even though he can't create for himself. He got 15 goals, but if we had that creative partner besides him, or at his side, he would really shine like a Zlatan. Zlatan can create for so much opportunities for Bacca and himself. And if we got somebody like Zlatan, or create a really good technical striker, plus an Isco, a Vasquez, Vilhena, somebody like that, we could have like a really, really solid team. And kind of build a team around that. I would like to see Milan actually try to build a team around Bonaventura, Mauri, players like that. I want them to build around them to make the players that they sign fit around them, because they're young. Bonaventura is hitting his prime age and soon, and Bacca is in his prime. But Mauri is a young player, as we have seen this season when he has played. He has been really good, so I really want them to build around him and see what we can do with Jose Mauri. But the rest, it's up to you guys. Comment down below what you think about Milan, like what they need to do. Is my assumptions of what they need to do just really bullshit, or what do you think they need to do? Do you think they need a older, more experienced central attacking midfielder, or do you think they need a young one that they can build a team around? So comment down below what you think, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.